Hello and welcome to the Acoustics course, Indoor Room Treatment for Creators and Working Professionals. It's wonderful that you're here. This course is going to teach you how sound interacts with a room, how to measure it, and how to alter any room to create the environment that you need. You need great room treatment to make podcasts, educational courses, YouTube videos, or other content. Office meeting rooms need functional sound quality to help people focus and keep conversations private. You may be a singer, belting out death metal from your apartment and don't want your neighbors to call the police or the exorcist. If you're a producer, you want to have a bankable listening experience right from your desk. You may just want a restful sleep, away from the noise of the urban jungle outside. If you're a therapist or medical professional, you want your rooms to ensure a successful treatment and a speedy recovery for your clients and patients. And if you're a movie buff, you want a home studio that outclasses AMC. Regardless of your situation, we have something for you. But first, a little something about my background. My name's David, and I've made over 130 YouTube videos for an English learning YouTube channel. I did the best I could to create content that was helpful to my students, but struggled to get good sound. Before the pandemic, I began doing more teaching online and became aware of how different microphones and rooms affected the learning experience of my students. In 2021, I began building my own home recording studio and had such terrible sound recording my first audiobook that I ended up hiring a professional coach to help me improve my sound. I eventually ended up re-recording that entire audiobook, and as of now, I have 4 full-length audiobooks available for sale on Audible. I currently work as a voiceover artist myself, with representation by Sierra Guthrie Talent Agency over in sunny Arizona. I also learned about EQ and how that works, and you can listen to some of my demos and samples over at davidallenvo.com. In short, I got my butt kicked by bad sound and made a lot of mistakes and learned from hopefully most of them so that you don't have to make those mistakes. And now you can get the clarity, quality, and privacy of sound that you want. I'll even help you do that on a budget if that's important to you. Now, who's this course not for? It's not for professional sound engineers. If you're designing a vast amphitheater, you're doing sound engineering for the next Coachella-style music festival, or you're designing jet airplane engines to make less sound as they're flying, this is going to be a little too basic for you. It's also not for people with an unlimited budget trying to be the next Hans Zimmer or Zed, or Quincy Jones. I mean, the principles will still be helpful, right? But it still may be a little elementary. Besides, you'd be surprised how often a lot of top producers are now using sample libraries a whole lot more than just recording sounds within their own space that they edit and mix in. What will you need for this course? Well, you're going to need a computer, maybe a smartphone, and an internet connection. For implementation, you're going to need a budget. Now, that budget might be $0. We have some strategies for that. But it could be as high as $300, more or less. It could be lower if you have useful furniture and materials already lying around in your home. It could be higher if you're doing multiple rooms, if your room is especially large, or if you're doing a remodel. For creatives, you are going to need a microphone. This could be a USB microphone that you plug directly into your computer, or an XLR microphone that you plug into a USB audio interface, which then goes into your computer. Finally, you may need a digital audio workstation. This could be something right out of the box in your computer, like GarageBand, or it could be something you download, like Ableton, Reaper, Audacity, Pro Tools, Logic Pro, whatever you like. Now, before we move on with the rest of this course, if you have any questions or you want to comment on a lecture, you can go to the Q&A for this course. Be sure to select the current lecture drop-down so that your question can be answered quickly and hopefully help others as well. Are you ready for a world that's good for your ears? Then move on to the next module of this course, the science of acoustics. What makes a room sound good or bad?